There is a saying, quote, those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Tyrone Bowman Live. This is part one about a comprehensive documentary on Joseph Stalin's brutal regime, mass killings, and ambition to create a communist utopia in the Soviet Union. So these are some of the things that are going to be taking place. Joseph Stalin, the leader of the Soviet Union, is celebrated as a hero, but is actually one of the greatest criminals in history. So this is part one. And why am I showing this? It is simple because there's a lot going on in the world. And if you think that it can't happen again, you are only deluding and fooling yourselves. Pay attention to history because it's the story of reality. Let's get it started on this end. There will be commercials and I will try to get rid of them as quickly as possible.
Summer 1945. During the Europe Day victory celebration on Red Square in Moscow, in front of the Kremlin Palace and the Soviet leaders, the famous Russian army celebrated their victory over Nazi Germany. Just as it's done in the Roman Empire, soldiers threw flags of the vanquished at the feet of the winner, the man who beat Adolf Hitler, Generalissimo Joseph Stalin. After 20 years of power, the master of the USSR is at the height of his glory. A poet wrote this: Stalin, you are higher than the high celestial spaces, and only your thoughts are greater than you. Your spirit, Stalin, is brighter than the sun. We call him the small father of the people. All over the world, he stands for hope of a fairer society. He is the idol of hundreds of millions of people. In France, we also sing his praises.
With our whole hearts, we proclaim our ardent love for Stalin, and we assure him of our unwavering confidence.
Meanwhile, this man is one of the greatest criminals in history. He slaughtered his own people with unlimited brutality.
We will annihilate without mercy anyone who threatens with facts, or even through thought, the unity of the state.
He put in place the Gulag and enslaved 18 million people.
You have to cut off destructive party members to preserve it of disease and infection.
He cynically caused famines which made 7 million deaths.
Death solves all issues. No people, no problems.
He sacrificed his family to his own power.
A true Bolshevik shouldn't have a family.
We are going to tell you about the incredible story of this son of a small craftsman who became one of the most powerful personalities on the planet. We are going to tell you how this man, who said he brings joy to his people, became, by dint of megalomania and fanaticism, one of the most deadliest dictators that mankind has known. The year 1924 is when it all started. We are in the vicinity of Moscow, in the middle of the Russian winter. Lenin, the father of the Bolshevik Revolution, just died. It's one of the first movies where Stalin has the starring role. He is carrying the chef's coffin alongside Soviet officials. Stalin is 46 years old. He is Secretary General of the Communist Party, a relatively erased post. Among his comrades, nobody can imagine that he will be the one to succeed the great Lenin. They don't know that 10 years from now, he will have almost all of them arrested and executed. Among them, nobody knows yet who really is Joseph Stalin. To his comrades, he is an insignificant character. One of them said,
Stalin is the most outstanding mediocrity of our party.
Another confirmed,
We are not afraid of Stalin. As soon as he will want to get on his high horse, we will eliminate him.
for long now Stalin has been hiding his real intentions. His real name is Iosif Jugashvili. He was born in 1878 in the time of the Tsars. A monarchical regime based on inequality and submission to the monarchs. With a childhood spent in poverty, an alcoholic and abusive father, he grew up with Orthodox monks. Very early, he joined the fight against the Tsar and took the name Stalin, the man of steel. In 1917, he participated in the Great Bolshevik Revolution with Lenin, which overthrew the Tsar, abolished privileges, and gave power to the people. In the shadow of Lenin, he was just waiting for an opportunity to take power. The death of Lenin was that opportunity. In 1924, he succeeded, through maneuvers within the party, to rule out the greatest character of the moment, Trotsky, before exiling him to Kazakhstan.
The Bureau has 15,000 agents. There's only...
Nobody saw it coming. But just a few weeks later, Stalin took over power. He won't leave it anymore. He chose to settle here, in the Kremlin citadel, the former palace of the Tsars. It's from there that he will lead the USSR, the Union of Republic Soviet Socialists, the largest country of the planet. With a few people who will follow him blindly for about 30 years. He wanted to go further, much further than Lenin. He wanted to rewrite history, and his determination was absolute.
We Bolsheviks, we are a special breed. The others have no value, they are not worth a dime. Do not doubt it, comrades. To the working class, I am ready to devote all my strength and every drop of my blood.
Stalin wanted a clean slate of the past. He abruptly wiped out the traces of old Russia that the revolution had spared. He passed a decree saying religion is against the interests of the people. Across the country, he removed the old Orthodox icons before destroying them. In place of the old order, he had a radical project which was to build communism. An ideal, a happy and healthy society. Without any rich nor poor. A world where everything is shared. Where everyone has equal chances at birth. Where health and education are accessible to all. For the Soviet Union, he has unlimited ambition.
Old Russia has always been defeated because of its delay. Slowing down the pace means to lag behind. And the stragglers will be defeated. We in the Soviet Union, we don't want to be defeated anymore.
He launched gigantic construction sites, skyscrapers, subways, railways, dams, power plants. He wanted to modernize Russia in full swing, for her to become a paradise for workers, a world where unemployment does not exist, and where each worker can offer a decent life to his family. A world where Stalin occupies the first position.
We, the pioneers of the great country, party soldiers, always ready.
We thank you, Stalin, for happiness that you are providing to our country. Stalin is the leader of the communists. His portrait is everywhere. In factories, on trains, in every classroom, and even in the dining rooms. He must be perfect because he reflects the success of communism. He personally corrected his official biography with millions of copies sold. On the copies, he added a handwritten note.
Add the sentence, Stalin is the greatest captain of all times and people.
Actually, the real Stalin is more common. He is only 5'3" feet. He is putting on his wedge heel shoes. He often stands on a small wooden plate that makes him look taller. Look at this exceptional image. It's his real face. His skin is pocky because he had smallpox at the age of 7. But strange enough, in public, he had pristine skin. The new master of the Kremlin is a mystery to his people. He spends his time locked up in his office and he hides jealously his private life. Here are the only photos left of his wife, Nadezhda. She was a former wrestling comrade, 22 years his junior. He had 2 children with Nadezhda, Vasily and Svetlana. He devoted little time to them, but on his little girl, he demonstrated a real fascination.
I miss you, Dad. I don't care if the whole world hates me. If Dad asks me to go to the moon, I will.
Voice over.
few photos show us Stalin in his moments of relaxation during summer vacation, when he takes his deputies on the Black Sea and party villas. Ekaterina Voroshilov, the wife of one of his lieutenants, remembers that
Recuperarse de una adicción es un logro personal.
Stalin loved nature expeditions. He would drive us there and we would sit next to a river. We would light a fire, grill meat while joking and singing. It really was the good times.
the problem is, for Stalin from the early years, the bad news are piling up. His politics were disappointing. By multiplying major industrial projects, Stalin sacrificed his daily life. The Russian population was growing, yet no housing facilities were made available. Families had to move in together in requisition departments and occupied all the small spaces. The standard of living was deteriorating. As proof, these clandestinely shot footage on the streets of Moscow are one of the rare proofs of poverty in the early 1930s. It's this rich English woman, Lady Mountbatten, who during a trip recorded with her personal camera.
Everywhere I see signs of malnutrition. I was told that this man who rummages in the trash cans was a former aristocrat. And that this one was a famous teacher during the time of the Tsars. Here is a little boy who was all alone and who asked me for help. Store windows are almost empty. Above all, the queues are endless. In the queue, some are left waiting all day, unable to buy anything.
In the USSR, the communist dream is already falling down. But in the Kremlin, Stalin doesn't want to hear anything. For him, there is no such thing as failure. The system was faulty because their policy was being sabotaged. He was looking for culprits among economic officials. Just like the financial desk. Bryukhanov that he considers incompetent, and who a collaborator drew in an awkward position. At the margin, Stalin wrote,
For all his sins, past and present, hang Bryukhanov from the testicles. If they hold up, consider it acquitted by the court. If they give up, throw them in the river.
Stalin was only half joking. In 1930, he invented a method to officially point out the culprits. The political trial. The defendants were scientists, engineers, senior officials. They were all competent, but Stalin accused them of sabotaging the Soviet economy.
Get up!
Stalin himself is absent from the debates, but he appointed as judge one of his followers, Andrei Vyshinsky. He told him the sentences to be pronounced death.
I declare the session of the Special Court of the Government of the Union of the Soviet Socialist Republics open.
For the trial to appear credible in the eyes of the public, it was necessary that the defendants admit their fault. They were tortured for weeks and didn't really have a choice.
How do I say this? I have already explained this in my last statement, that my counter-revolutionary feelings with regard to Soviet power had never really left me.
Most men don't know this, but
I completely acknowledge this. I acknowledge that I deserve the worst punishment.
For the prosecutor, it's now a piece of cake.
The government convicts you and requests that the defendants be shot.
After several days of deliberations, the judge pronounced the verdict. He knew that Stalin was witching his performance. Hence a certain feeling.
Kalininkov Ivan Andreevich, according to Articles 583, 584, 586, and 5811 of the USSR Code, the Soviet Union gives you the highest sentence, being shot with the confiscation of all your assets.
Their sentence will be commuted to 10 years in prison. But the message is clear. Those who oppose Stalin will be brutally crushed. As well as their loved ones too. Stalin is becoming brutal. His relationship with his eldest son Yakov, born of a first union, turned cold. He recently attempted to commit His father showed no compassion.
He couldn't even shoot on target. I can't have something in common with him.
Stalin's relationship too was not doing well. His wife Nadezhda is fragile. She was constantly rebuked by her husband. During a dispute where Stalin insulted her, she got carried away.
You are an executioner. That's what you are. You're tormenting your own son, your wife, the Russian people. It's impossible to live with you.
After 14 years together, Nadezhda no longer has strength. One winter evening, after another quarrel during an official reception in the Kremlin, Nadezhda returned to her room and lost his life to a revolver bullet in the heart. The truth will remain hidden for 60 years. Russians were told that Nadezhda died from appendicitis. Because according to communist leaders, ending one's own life is considered as treason.
No, my arm is not hurting.
Even her friend Paulina Molotov condemned it.
Nadezhda was wrong. She left Stalin at such a difficult period.
Stalin did not stay at the funeral. He was devastated.
Oh, Nadezhda. Nadezhda, when needed of you, your children and I. She abandoned me like an enemy. She made me a cripple. She ruined my life.
In the USSR, nothing will be the same again. Stalin was brutal. From now on, he will be merciless. His first targets were peasants who refused to give their land to the state and joined the kolkhozes. these huge cooperatives where everything is shared under party control. To harm them, Stalin sent police officers to crisscross the countryside and requisition the crops. Their mission is to asphyxiate families who resist his policies. Tortures.
Let me pause and tell you what you're watching. You're watching a documentary as presented by Best Documentary titled Stalin, the Red Terror. At the beginning of this program, I quoted something and I'm going to quote it again. Quote, "Those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it." End quote. If you're a student of history, you will find out that every tyrant, every dictator, every ruthless ruler, they came into power because of the appalling silence of good people to idly sit by and stand by and do nothing. Let's get back to the video.
Nations. Nothing could stop them. One of these policemen is Lev Kopelev.
I took part in these expeditions, probing the ground to discover the hideouts. I emptied the pantries while forcing myself not to hear the children's tears and the moans from women. Anything was allowed. Destruction. Lies. Theft. The end justified the means. Our aim was the universal triumph of communism.
I'm going to leave it right here. This is part 1 of the documentary as presented by Best Documentaries about the life of Stalin. It's called Stalin, the Red Target. Well, this is a democratic world, and that means I have the right to put on my program what I choose to. That's the bottom line. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Part 2 coming up next week. Till next time, never surrender, never quit.